Ish. We've got rain. My goodness, have we got rain. We have got a lot of rain here. Good morning guys, my name is Emma. These are my allotment diaries. I will continue to say good morning even though these videos go up at 5 PM because for me right now it is the morning. And that's why I say it. In the last allotment diary on Monday, I was talking about the distinct lack of rain. I went away from the allotment plot for 2 weeks. I went on 2 sort of mini holidays, and when I was away we had 2 heat waves, believe it or not. Brilliant news. And probably the last thing any allotment plot holder wants to hear, 2 heat waves when you're not there. And when I was last here, I was talking about the lack of rain and I was panicking about the watering. And then lo and behold, last night we had a yellow weather warning for rain. Absolutely torrentially poured all morning. It's still spitting a little bit now, but it is slowing down, which is why I've come down here. And yet the whole plot has had the best watering it's had probably all year, and I'm not even exaggerating that. I'm not even exaggerating it. Literally all year this is the first time that we've had proper rain, and it might be too little too late, but I'm not going to complain about it, and things definitely look green, so that's an excellent start, isn't it? Let's check on the carrots. Yeah, they're not doing great, they're really not, and even the ones that are growing, they're sort of like a little bit scorched. Like the leaves have got a little bit of yellowy brown on them, like they've sort of been on fire or something, so they're not fantastic. Yeah, that is a big shame actually. Carrots are obviously a crop that are going to really suffer in a heat wave with lack of water because the seeds are so small that they can dry out super quickly. So if you're not on top of watering them, they will just dry out and die. And the crops that are very small, when they start to grow, they're very small, and again they need a lot of watering. So I'm not surprised to see that these have suffered. It's just a shame I don't have any seeds with me right now because I would have re-sown them, but I had a fox issue on the other one and I kept using the seeds to re-sow. Everything else is looking really good with this rain. It's really helped everything, so that's a positive. Right, so while we're waiting for the rain to stop so we can get on with some lovely gardening jobs, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the Readley app. Now if you have been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of the Readley app. And if you don't know what it is, let me tell you a little bit about it. So with the Readley app, you get access to over 7,000 magazines and newspapers. There are tons of different categories to choose from. There are a few features about the Readley app that I think make it brilliant, basically, and a reason why I've used it for years and years. Firstly, I do not get great internet connection here on my allotment plot, and obviously there's other situations in life where you can't get access to the internet, and the great thing about Readley is that you can download your magazines or newspapers and get access to it without using the internet, which is brilliant for me here on the allotment plot where I just don't get very good internet. I love the gardening magazines. There are such a huge selection of different gardening magazines to look through, and I find them all so useful, so inspiring. You can also bookmark and favourite your favourite magazines. You can bookmark certain articles. So this month I have found a September gardening to-do list in one of the magazines, and I've bookmarked it so that I know exactly where it is and I can come back to it anytime that I need to have a look, and that's exactly what I'm going to be reading through right now so that I know the jobs that I need to do today. So many brilliant features with the Readley app. If you guys followed this for a while, you know that I love it. If you follow my link below, or if you can scan the QR code on the screen right now, you will get access to Readley for free for 2 months. So you can give it a go yourself. Let me know what you think of it if you do that. And of course you can cancel at any time. But that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be perusing some of the magazines, reading some of the gardening jobs that I need to be doing, and then we're going to get out, hopefully when it stops raining, fingers crossed, and do some of those jobs. Right, this is all right now. This is all right, we can live with this. First job of the day, according to that magazine article, I'm going to cut back some of the foliage on my pumpkin plants to expose the pumpkins to the sun in hope that they sort of get bigger and do something productive. I don't know. Yeah. right. This pumpkin looks alright, you know. It's just the thing is that they're not as big as they normally are. And I know Jack B. Littles are quite small pumpkins, but normally I get a few quite big ones. They're just sort of really small. Oh well. I think the pumpkins are probably ready for picking, to be honest, but I'm not going to do it today. I'll do it another day when it's not sort of raining and miserable. But yeah, just not as big as I thought they'd be. I'm just dithering about today. Right, while we're here, we'll just do a bit of deadheading. This is a cosmos. Did really well, this cosmos, and I can see some new buds on here. So what we'll do is we'll deadhead. If you take off the dead flowers, you see, it adds energy, puts the energy into the new flowers. You know, off with their heads, basically. Off with their heads, you know, chop them all back. Cosmos is really good at flowering for a long time though. I should really get flowers right up until sort of October with these plants. Come on mate, you're alright. You've had a drink now, haven't you? That's it, come back to life, come on. Magically. I know you can. Don't lie to me. Just noticed that this tree, part of this tree is falling onto my sweet corn, which I don't want it to do. That's really annoying. It's going to knock it down, and this sweet corn is doing so well. So I sort of want to look after it. I wonder where my saw is. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Fun fact, when I was younger I used to want to be a tree surgeon, so this is right up my alley, this is great. To live out my dream. That one. Ooh, there's a wasp! Ooh, there's a wasp! Good thing I didn't panic then. That could have been a disaster. Good thing I managed to stay calm, you know? I get my eyes closed. I don't know why. Feels safer. Well, you can see that was definitely over my sweet corn, wasn't it? Gosh, why is it so dark on the allotment today? It's really autumnal. Yeah, this looks better now. It looks like it can breathe a bit, but this is still hanging, so I'm not quite sure how to get that down. But maybe that's a concern for another day. And right now we should do something else that doesn't involve a saw. Right, main crop potatoes, looking good, feeling good, looking good. I really want to earth them up again, but I don't have any more soil or compost. I'm wondering if I can use manure to earth them up, because they wouldn't be technically growing into manure. The manure would be over the top of them, or would that burn the leaves? Let's do a quick Google. Sometimes Google's your best friend. Can I use... It says you can, but as long as it's well rotted, and I don't think the manure that gets delivered here is well rotted, and I wouldn't know which part of it was more rotted than the other part, so I don't want to risk that. Okay, so I can't earth them up. I'll try though. I can sort of try with what I've got, but I think what I might need to do is go and get a bag of compost and just tip it all over them, because these won't be ready to harvest until sort of, well, November. And the idea that I had, the plan was to keep them really like earthed up so that the frost doesn't get to them, but, well, yeah, I'll have to get some compost then. That's all right there. There we are. Earthing you up, mate. You're earthing you up. They sort of look like those eggs, you know, like Alien. Have you ever seen the film Alien? They sort of look like those little pods, don't they? They look really quite scary, actually, quite ominous. I think I can hear him, so I'm going to give him some food. We'll see. Come on in. Come on in. Where are you? It's enough to feed a small horse there. Yeah, you're lucky. I feel like I need to get my act together, guys. That's how I genuinely feel at the moment. You know what? It's okay to have a bit of a moan about your allotment plot, about the work you've got to do there. It's okay to have a bit of a wobble about it and to go, oh, I don't know if it's for me anymore, I want to pack it in, you know, oh, it's so much work, oh, you know, it's been vandalised a couple of times, oh, it doesn't feel like my space anymore. It's okay to do that as long as you come out the other side. I'm sort of talking about me, actually. It's okay for me to do that as long as I come out the other side stronger and fighting and get back to it again. Everybody slips sometimes, and everybody sort of, you know, thinks, oh, blooming heck, I can't do this anymore, this is just too much. But you guys know me, I took this plot from an overgrown jungle to what it is this year, and I'm really blooming proud of that. And I have to remember that I did that myself, and part of me was capable of doing that. And I'm having a wobble at the moment, and you can see me, I'm sort of choosing jobs that aren't the big jobs, you know, I'm sort of dithering about a little bit instead of getting stuck in. And maybe that's what I'll do for a few weeks then. Maybe I'll give myself that break, maybe I'll just do the little jobs here and there, make myself feel better. I guess what I'm asking is just hang in there with me, bear with me a little bit, guys. This is my allotment journey. I'm not an allotment expert, but this channel really is my journey, it's my diary. You know, my diary entry. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit crap about it right now, but bear with me, hang in there. We're going to keep showing up, even though we're not feeling it. We're going to keep doing it, because that's what we do best. I hope no one's around to hear this weird motivational rant that I'm just giving myself, like just talking to myself. It's really weird. Anyway, we're going to pick some of these bleeding apples because the tree can't take any more. The tree is practically begging me to pick them now. Look, it's like the entire tree is bent over. It wants to go back up. It's like, Emma, come on, I want to go back up. You got to pick them. Put them in a little pile. I can investigate them later. Right, realistically I probably can't carry much more than this home. What is that? As far as I can see, all of these apples are fine. They've got no like rotting bits, no bumps, no bites. That one does, actually, tell a lie. Well, the rest of them all seem fine. So I guess my main concern now, look at that, it's like the perfect apple with the little leaf on it. Isn't that so sweet? It's the most perfect apple I've ever seen. Yeah, I guess my main sort of concern now is how I'm going to store them. So I'm going to ask on TikTok, and I'm going to do some Googling as well and see the best way to store some apples, but that's just what I need to make sure so they don't rot, basically. Anyway, lots more apples to pick, so I just need to make sure I know where to store them, that I've got enough room for them, and then I'll be able to pick the rest. I hope you've enjoyed my instalment of my allotment diary today. I'm going to be back again in my home garden on Sunday, so I will see you then. Have a lovely gardening weekend. See you Sunday. Bye.